If you're new to Imperial Reptiles, I'm Alex Estrada, and my passion is providing quality captive bred reptiles to enthusiasts just like you. I'm the owner of Imperial Reptiles Orlando and ImperialReptiles.com, and I can't wait to get into today's video, so let's show you some cool reptiles. So this right here is a Nigerian Euromastic. This is the red variety. These guys come in two different variety of colors. You'll find them in the reds or the orange, and you'll find them in the yellow. They're sexually dimorphic, so the males and the females will look differently just by looking at them. The males will have really bright colors like this, and the females will be much darker. These guys are fully vegetarian, so they're not gonna have any insect protein. They're gonna eat a bunch of different types of green vegetables and other types of stuff. They don't really drink much water. They're gonna get all that water from their nutrients. What I love about these guys is just how bright they are. They're super active, and they just love the heat. All right, so let's move on to the next animal. So this here is a Nosey Panther chameleon. They come from Madagascar, and despite popular belief, these guys really don't change color to camouflage, which a lot of people think they do. They change color to talk to other chameleons. So when they turn really dark like this, they're kind of saying like, hey, stay away, you don't want anything to do with me. Or if they're trying to attract a mate, they're gonna get really bright and colorful to show off the female like, hey, I'm sexy, come and get me. Or to another male like, hey, you don't wanna mess with me. So this is a Nosey Panther chameleon. You really don't want to be handling him too much. He's kind of stressed, so we're gonna put him right back into his enclosure and not mess with him too much. As you can see, he's telling us he's scared. All right, so now let's move on to the aquatics and show you guys some turtles. Go. All right, so this is a small little buddy, but this is a caramel or a pink caramel albino red ear slider. And why I picked this one out and why I really like it, it's pretty simple. It's just the color and the way they look. Turtle morphs, like albino turtles, really bring your tanks to life. They just add so much contrast, especially if you have like a normal looking turtle. And I've always been a huge fan of these caramel red ear sliders. I mean, they got red eyes, they got blue on top, they got like these beige colors. They're just a really pretty turtle, so that's why I chose it. Let's go on to the next one. We're gonna show you some giant leaf-tailed geckos. This alien right here is the giant leaf-tailed gecko, Europlatus fimbriatus from Madagascar. And as the name implies, it gets the name because it's not only giant and looks like a leaf. These guys will be jumping all around the Madagascar rainforest from tree to tree, trying to find their next meal or their next mate. This is going to be more of an intermediate or advanced reptile. This is not going to be something for somebody who's newer. You definitely want to know what you're doing with these species, especially since 90% of these are imported from the wild. The next animal we're going to show off is right next door, so let's show off these caiman lizards. These are really popular every time we bring them into the store, so I thought I'd show them off to you guys since everybody seems to love them. This is a caiman lizard from Peru. These guys are specialized feeders on snails and crustaceans. Their mouths are lined with really just blunt teeth made for crushing shells and eating all the meaty goodness. The most special thing about these reptiles, I think, is just how primitive they look. Just the scales, it kind of looks like a real caiman, and that really bright head. All right, so this is the last animal we're gonna show. We're gonna have to go fishing for this one a little bit. So if you guys know, I'm a huge fan of monitor lizards, and I've kind of turned everybody here into the store into small fans of monitors. They all have specific monitors that they like more than others. This is one of my personal favorite monitors. We don't get them too often. They're quite rare in the hobby. This is the Solomon Island Spiny Neck Monitor, Varanus spinnulosus. All right, so Varanus spinnulosus, Solomon Island Spiny Neck Monitor. This is a rare species of monitor lizard that you normally don't see in the hobby too often. This is gonna be a smaller to medium-sized monitor with adults only growing to about 3.5 or 4 foot. They look super avian. I mean, just looking at it, it looks very different than any other monitor species that's out there. Their snout is pointed, those big eyes, their scales, they even feel different. You said their name is called Spiny Neck Monitor. Their scales are kind of granulated. It's a very different feel. They're gonna be a semi-arboreal, semi-terrestrial lizard. Just a really cool monitor lizard to have if you already got the waters, if you got the Argus, if you're dealing with the Ackies, you got all that stuff, and you're looking for just something different. this is it. Look at these colors too, Chuck. They look so close to the crocodile monitor. So like if you like the colors of the crocodile monitor, you can get like those black bands, and he's going into shed, so he's not as bright as he would normally be, but the contrast between the blacks and the yellows, and then you get some tans on like the throat. It's just a beautiful, beautiful lizard. All right, so that's it for this month's store spotlight video. If you like videos just like this, consider hitting the notification bell and subscribing. We're gonna do videos just like this one once a month.